there! It is now time to go over the Module 7 reading assessment from yesterday. I'm going to be reading the passages to you, the little stories, and then going over the questions with you. Okay? So let's begin. So our first story is, My yard is the best place. I think my yard is the best place. Let me tell you why. My yard has a big tree. I sit in the shade under the tree. I look up and see a bird nest in the tree. A gray jay lives in the nest. I can hear its sweet tune. The jay likes my yard too. What do I smell? It is a big red rose. I jog to the rose bush. What a nice smell. I see an animal go by. What is it? It's a squirrel. It has a nut. I see it run up the tree. It is fast. I look down and I spot a small bug. It walks around and around. The bug looks for something to eat. I hear a buzz. It's a bee. Zip, zap. Where did it go? There is so much to see, smell, and hear in my yard. I sit in the grass. I am glad to be in my yard. So this is a little story. Now let's go over the questions. So, my yard is the best place. Questions. Number 1. Which sentence from the story tells the author's opinion? A. I think my yard is the best place. B. I sit in the shade under the tree. Or C. I look down and spot a small bug. One more time. Number 1. Which sentence from the story tells the author's opinion? A. I think my yard is the best place. B. I sit in the shade under the tree. Or C. I look down and spot a small bug. Well, the correct answer for this is, well, we're talking about the author's opinion, right? So let's talk about each choice. I think my yard is the best place. So opinion means how you feel about something, right? So the author feels that their yard is the best place. Okay. I sit in the shade under the tree. Are they telling us how they feel or what they think? No, they're just telling us what they're doing, so that's not even an opinion. C. I look down and spot a small bug. Is that an opinion? No, it's just something they're doing. Right here, A. I think my yard is the best place is an opinion. That's how the author feels. Because we may agree or disagree with that. We might visit that yard and say, no, it's not the best place. Okay? So for number 1, A is the correct answer. Question 2. The words below are put in alphabetical order. Fill in the blank with the word that goes next. Use the alphabet chart. Here are the words. Animal, big, blank. Choice A is sit. And remember, we are not looking at the letters. We are focusing on the words, okay? So don't get confused with that. We're looking at the words. So A is sit, B is can, and C is run. One more time. The words below are put in alphabetical order. Fill in the blank with the word that goes next. Use the alphabet chart. Animal, big, blank. The words are sit, can, run. Well, let's use this as a tool. So animal starts with an A. So A, and then big starts with the B. So A, B. What letter comes next? C. Let's see if we have a word in our choices that begins with C. Sit. Does sit begin with C? No. Does can begin with C? Yes. And does run begin with C? No. So our choice would be the word an. Letter B, right here. Animal, A. Big, B. And then right here, the word can starts with a C. So that would go next. Number 3. Which sentence tells the central idea of the story? Remember, central idea is what the story is mostly about. Our choices are A, the yard has a tree with a nest. B, the yard has pretty flowers. Or C, the yard is a special place. One more time. Which sentence tells the central idea of the story? Is it A, the yard has a tree with a nest? B, the yard has pretty flowers? Or C, the yard is a special place? So what the story was mostly about. Let's talk about A. The yard has a tree with a nest. Was that what the story was mostly about? No, it wasn't. The story was not mostly about that. That did happen, but that's not what the story is mostly about. B, the yard has pretty flowers. Was that what the story was mostly about? Mm-mm. Right here, the yard is a special place. It is choice C, because the author is telling us about their yard and the different things in their yard that makes it the best place, a special place, okay? So letter C. Number 4, read the sentence from the story. Here's the sentence. I am glad to be in my yard. Which word from the sentence tells how the author feels? A, glad. B, the word be. C, yard. Again, read the sentence from the story. I am glad to be in my yard. Which word from this sentence tells how the author feels? Is it A, glad, B, be, or C, yard? It is choice A. Why is it choice A? Because you can be glad for something, right? And the author is telling us how he or she feels to be in their yard, which is glad. They're happy. Glad's another word for happy. They're happy to be in their yard. Okay? All right. The next story is Jackson's Snow Day. Today the town had a big snowstorm. The air in Jackson was full of snow. A fluffy white coat hid everything. While it snowed, people stayed home. They did not go to school or work. When the snow stopped, it was time for them to clean up. First, people put sand in big trucks. Then, the trucks went down each street. The trucks moved the snow off the street. Next, the trucks put sand on the street. After that, people moved snow off the sidewalks. They also tossed sand on the sidewalks. Finally, the snow was cleaned up. Everyone came outside. The sky was blue, and the snow looked pretty. Families walked to the big hill. Children sat on sleds. They rode down the hill. People talked about the snow. It's cold, but I like it, said one girl. I stop for a hot drink and then go back inside. One man said, I live in Jackson because I like snow. For me, a snowless town is not any fun. All right, let's go to the questions now. Jackson's Snow Day questions. Question 5. Read the sentence from the story. Here's the sentence. Today the town had a big snowstorm. Which word in the sentence names a place? Is it A, town, B, big, or C, snowstorm? Number 5. Read the sentence from the story. Today the town had a big snowstorm. Which word in the sentence names a place? A, town, B, big, or C, snowstorm? The correct answer is town, because town is a place. You can live in a town. You can visit a town. Town is a place you can be or go. Right? Big is not a place. Snowstorm is not a place. Okay, so the correct answer is A, big. Question 6. This image is an example of which text feature? So this image right here. Is it A, bigger text, B, picture/drawing, or C, colorful words? Number 6. This image is an example of which text feature? A, bigger text, B, picture/drawing, or C, colorful words? Correct answer is B. It's not bigger text. There's no words right here that are darker or bold. There's no colorful words. It's a picture or a drawing. Someone drew it, right? So B. Number 7. What is the central idea of the story? Remember, central idea is what the story is mostly about. Is it A, a town has a big hill, B, a town has a big snowstorm, or C, a town has clean streets? Again, number 7. What is the central idea of the story? What the story is mostly about? A town has a big hill, B, a town has a big snowstorm, or C, a town has clean streets? It is choice B. A town has a big snowstorm. It even says it in the title. Jackson's Snow Day. Today, the town had a big snowstorm. And it just talks about all the things that happened because of the snowstorm. Okay, so Letter B is the correct answer. Number 8. How do you know this story is written in third-person point of view? Is it A, the word then, B, the word live, or C, the word they? Number 8. How do you know this story is written in third-person point of view? Is it letter A, the word then, B, the word live, or C, the word they? Well, first person point of view, the person who's telling the story is in the book, right? And we see the words I, me, or my. But we're not talking about first person, we're talking about third person. And third person point of view is whoever's telling the story is out of the book. And we see words like he, she, or they. He, she, or they. Is they a choice? It is. They is a choice. So the word they is correct. So letter C. Third person. Remember, third person point of view. We see the words like he, she, or they. And whoever's telling the story, they're not in the story. They're out of the story. Okay? They're not in the book. Question 9. Read the sentence from the story. Finally, the snow was cleaned up. What does the word finally tell you about this story? Is it A, it shows a central idea, B, it gives opinions of the author, or C, it tells events in chronological order? Again, number 9, read the sentence from the story. Finally, the snow was cleaned up. What does the word finally tell you about the story? Is it A, it shows a central idea, B, it gives opinions of the author, or C, it tells events in chronological order? Well, let's talk about each choice. A, central idea is what the story is mostly about. Does the word finally tell you what the story is mostly about? No, that doesn't make sense. B, it gives the author's opinion. So the word finally tells us how the author feels? No, no. C, it tells events in chronological order. Well, I taught you that chronological order is when you have steps that need to be followed in order. Step 1, 2, 3, 4. Or first, next, then last. Or first, next, then finally. That's chronological order, when you follow steps in order. Well, right here, this word, finally, lets us know that there are some steps, there are some things, events that happened in order, right? First, next, then finally. So letter C is the correct answer for question number 9. Okay, last one. Number 10. The words below are put in alphabetical order. Fill in the blank with the word that goes next. Use the alphabet chart. Blank, blue, came. Remember, don't focus on the letters, focus on the words. A is after, B is home, C is snow. Number 10. The words below are put in alphabetical order. Fill in the blank with the word that goes next. Use the alphabet chart. Blank, blue, came. Letter A is after, letter B is home, letter C is snow. So what we need to do is look at these words right here. We have blue, looking at the first letter, and came. Blue starts with a B, came starts with a C, so B. Okay, so what letter, there's only one letter that comes before B, and what letter is that? Letter A. Let's see if there's a word that begins with the letter A. Here's the first one. The word after begins with the letter A, doesn't it? So, what's our correct answer going to be for question 10? A, after, because H comes after letter C, and so does S. So home and snow do not work. Only letter A after works. Okay. If you need to hear this video again, just go ahead and go back and listen to the video again.